Welcome to episode 3 of So You've Decided to Make Your Own Indie Game, where we speak to veteran developers and publishers on their experiences in the gaming industry. In this episode, we look at how teams keep themselves motivated throughout the development process, how they avoid burnout and being overwhelmed, networking, and more. Motivation can be a tricky thing to maintain and something that many creators struggle with, especially on their first title. We start by asking developers how they keep going, even years into making their game.
I will break my schedule to like every day. Like today, I will finish this background, or I will finish the coloring of this background. So keep my goal short. So I can feel every day I achieve something, because I know developing game sometimes by yourself or with a small team, the whole process can be very, very long. And if you feel like you haven't achieved anything for a period, it can be very discouraging. And game development is hard. Not everything will happen according to your plan.
Along with motivation, time plays a crucial role in deciding the difference between success and failure. With crunch culture becoming a more prominent issue in today's wider gaming community, how do our devs avoid burnout throughout the busy development periods?
Getting yourself a very good project manager. And oftentimes, of course, especially with young teams, that can be tough. You either don't have the financial means to hire someone that has the same experience or the experience that would be needed, but at least making sure there is a person dedicated, even if it's just a couple hours a week, of focusing on project management, focusing on timelines, and focusing on ensuring there won't be crunch at the end of the day can go a long way.
Take some time to rest when you need to. Because, even though making games is your passion, but there are times when you feel tired, when you're just, having a burnout. So to have yourself motivated all the time, when you're tired, it's okay to just take some rest.
Wrapping up a game can be an intense moment for developers. Some may struggle to let go of something they've spent years working on. When the code is shipped, it's time to crack the champagne.
Any sort of project or update, or even just a big sprint or a big development cycle, any time any of that is completed, I think it's very important to celebrate as a team and just pop the gasket off and blow off some steam. It can feel like such a struggle to drag a big launch or an update over the line, and then immediately downshifting and going straight back to work is not only is it a fast ticket to burnout, it's also just it's not a great way to show that you appreciate your team.
For the professional part, we usually do a post-mortem as well, like a month or two after the game is released, so we can look back at what we have went through, how the game was, what we did right, what we did wrong, and how we can implement it on our next project.
Networking experiences can be helpful, alongside spending time with others in similar positions.
In this job, networking is very important. Not only because, of course, as a single person, you need to create opportunities for new jobs, but also because since the industry, I always say, is new, because this is how it feels here in Italy, there is a lot of uncharted territory for most of developers, and it's very good and very important to share experience with other teams.
It is a bit challenging. Not everyone is good at communicate outside their comfort zone. But in long term, I think it definitely helps. The community, they can offer so much help that you don't expect it sometimes. So I really appreciate that I did some networking over the years, and I get to meet some very good friends.
Beyond speaking to fellow developers and industry contacts, developers and publishers spend more time than ever connecting with their audiences and players.
We are actually pretty close with our community on social media, on Discord server, on Steam even. We try to engage with them as best as we could. There are so many places for the community to gather. Reaching out directly to your fans is probably one of the most active ways to market your game.
if people willing to spend that much of time writing you an email, send you a letter, it really means that they connect with your game. And isn't that the whole purpose of design a game? And you will be able to communicate, to connect with the people all over the world.
Making a game quickly turns from a personal project into managing customer expectations and growing an audience, as you now know. Working together with a publisher can be one way of handing off marketing and other external aspects to someone else. Learn more in episode 4, where we dive into the question, do you really need a publisher?